And we're live, Live Masters TV Showcase. I'm so super excited today to bring you our special guest, Khim Sim Tan, and she is an award-winning author, and she published this book called Declutter Your Mess Today. She has a really interesting story of she's about being passionate, helping people declutter their homes and straighten out their lives by straightening out their thinking. I'm not going to read you her whole bio, but I'll let her get into more of that. But that's kind of a little brief nutshell of what we're going to be talking about today. And what's really super cool is this is officially an international broadcast because Khim is in Singapore and I'm in Las Vegas. So without further ado, Khim, go ahead, introduce yourself to everybody that's watching live or on the replay, and I'll start inviting some people, and then we'll just get into this and you can start sharing your story. How's that sound?
Oh, sounds great. I'm all ready, Mike. All ready.
Okay, so you're in Singapore, and what is it? It's 8:20 in the morning on Tuesday in Singapore, yeah?
That's correct. It is,
okay.
Yes. That's correct. It's 8:20 in the on the 20th of October, Tuesday. That's correct.
Awesome. So you and I actually connected and met through a mutual friend, Katie Mitchell. Yes. And you guys were, I think you guys were in a challenge, right? You guys were in one of the AE360 challenges or the Rise Up World challenges, but you're in one of those challenges, right?
Yes.
And you guys connected in there?
Yes, we connected, yes. Through
awesome.
Another of somebody else. So we somehow connected, yes.
Yeah.
And then through Katie, I connected to you.
Yeah, that's what's really cool about the internet, right? You just
yes, it is
the way we can network and everything. So why don't you tell everybody a little bit about why you were in that group and what you were looking to accomplish, because you wrote this book, and when was this book actually published and released? Declutter Your Mess Today. When was it?
It got launched in September. Yeah, this year, September 2020. Yes. September 2020, which is this year. Only a few months. Just last month, actually.
So I got one of the first copies then. That's pretty cool.
Well, you got one of those first few copies. Yes, correct. Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
That's really cool. So why don't you just kind of start and tell your story a little bit. Take us back to, the origins of why you wrote this book and what was behind and inspired you to share, because you really have an incredible story. You're somewhat of a celebrity.
Oh, well, so shall I start sharing now?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Well, it all started really when before I did this book, I knew I had this problem regarding hoarding, and it all goes back to the root of the problem. And then when I knew that, then I attended this seminar where they taught us how to write a book. And there was that time when I thought, hey, maybe I shall write all about my experiences rather than thinking of other ideas and titles, and which I did. So Declutter Your Mess Today book got born. And I wanted really to do that is because I know there are many people out there who have got hoarding problems where they tend to keep lots of stuff and not want to let go. And I thought, I think it's time that I do that for myself, because decluttering will help me to release me of my problem of keeping too much stuff. And while I was having all these stuff around me, I found that I couldn't find things. I became very disorganized. So disorganized that I thought, oh my gosh, I need help. I really need help. I kept this problem as a secret for a long, long time, because I didn't really want to invite people to my home. It's not that my home is messy, but my garage is absolutely messy. You've seen my video, haven't you, Mike? My video of the hoarders in the Hoarders TV program.
Yeah,
so
I saw a quick video. Yeah,
and
I saw some of the pictures that you posted on your website too about with the garage.
Yes. So because of that, I thought it's time that I be honest with myself and be truthful. But the journey was a very long journey. It took nearly 10 years before everything got completed. And And I got a very good friend of mine whom helped me out because I was so shy to show people my mess. So when this friend came to my house and saw all the mess, she said, I think it's time that you start somewhere. But prior to that, I already had some professional people coming in to help me. And they helped me in stages. And when they first helped me, I thought, wow, I think I've got everything in control. But no, I didn't. Because at that time, I was going through quite a bad kind of separation and a lot of emotional turmoil and, all that caused me so much pain and anxiety and uncertainty of how I could help myself. But of course, the only way to help myself is to admit that I'm a hoarder and that I love too much things, and I love buying too many things. So when I started decluttering with the professional company, which is called Declutter Divas, I don't mind telling it because they are my lovely friends now, and they help me through the journey. But they don't just come in and just say, okay, you need to get rid of this, you need to get rid of that. No, they don't do that. They have me in their mind. They have my well-being. They know that I'll be going through a very emotional journey. So while I was decluttering my stuff in the course of that so-called 9 to 10 years, and then when I attended the seminar, I thought, okay, I think I'll start writing all about my hoarding problem. So in my starting of my book, I introduced myself and I said, I am a recovering hoarder. But since I omitted the word I am a recovering hoarder, it actually helped me to it helped me to complete and okay, help me to start and eventually complete my journey, because I knew at that time I want to get rid of this mess. And what really helped me was because I found a lovely man who have decided that he wanted to marry me despite of my hoarding. It didn't matter. And he's the opposite of me. He's a minimalist. So you imagine, minimalist equals hoarder? No, because he really loved me so much. He said, put aside. I mean, in the video, it showed him where we were tidying up the bedroom in order to get ready the room for our marriage. Because for our Chinese custom, or maybe for Western custom as well, but my Chinese custom, when we start a new life together with someone, we have to start everything fresh and new. So I have to just tidy up the room, and we bought a new bed, and then we have to tidy up the room in order to fit in the new bed. Not especially with all my hoarding stuff around, isn't it? So there you go. And I decided to write my book, and I tell you, I've never been so excited. And those people who bought my book has said to me, "Wow, I never knew that you were a hoarder. My gosh, Khim Sim, you come out with us to have," because I used to be a food organizer for meetups, okay? And I used to take all these people to nice restaurant to eat. And when I present myself, no one would think that I'm a hoarder, okay? I dress well, I present myself well and all that. And then finally wow, I never knew you're a hoarder. And then when I posted all my videos to them, they said, wow, Khim Sim, you are so brave. You are so brave, and you have such an amazing man beside you helping you. And I say, yes, he supports me all the way. And yeah, so he came to my house. We got rid of all the thing in the garage, got rid of all the things around the house. In my bedroom, I hired 3 big skips, and it came, and we just put things in there and just got rid of it. I even got rid of nearly 200 photographs of my children. But you know what?
Wow.
I told them, go and sort what pictures you want, pick them, and the rest in the skip. And you know what? I never regretted it, because I picked the photos I want. Do I really need to keep 500 albums? You know what I mean? Do I need to keep it? So this is So when I got rid of the albums, which is the closest in my heart, but I got rid of it. So if I can get rid of those things, I can get rid of anything else. But it was still a very, very emotional, um, lots of emotional and a lots of what I say, yeah, emotional journey, because as I was clearing things out, my whole well-being, my mind, even my soul, it got lighter and lighter, because all those mess that I've got around me, they are weight upon me. They're like a big burden. It was a heavy weight upon me, and I realized that that's it. I can't deal with this with anymore. So I've got the Declutter Divas who help me. Each time they'll come round and they help me to clear up. And they said to me, Khim Sim, you've got 10 of every single thing. Do you know you got 10, say example, you got 10 different items of stationeries. You got 3 printers. You got, because some of the printers I've hid it in the garage. I forgot all about it. You see? And instead they came up with 10 printers. So they said to me, okay, Khim Sim, you need to do something about it now. So you decide. Printer
So
1, 2, or 3.
so there wasn't just like one thing in particular that you hoarded. It was just like there was just things like I want 5 of this, 10 of that, whatever you wanted. You just try to get as much of that one thing.
That's right. That's right. Because I started off as I'm still a supply special needs teacher, so I love collecting things where I can use them. Like, for example, things like everyday materials that I can use to make art and craft. Sometimes I'll go to McDonald's. I used to go to McDonald's and collect like maybe 10 straws from them, and then slowly collect another 10, and I'll have a collection of maybe 50 straws, because I could use that to do art and craft, and they're free. You get what I mean? So I did all that. I collect lots of stuff for my teaching, which is very important to me. But I realized that I'm literally hoarding. So with lots of teaching resources, I collect and collect and collect, and I got tons and tons of reference books. I got tons and tons of art and craft books that help me to give me ideas. I mean, I've got things that that has gone right up to the ceiling, which is also very, very it's not health and safety, isn't it? But I didn't see it at that time, because to me, this is all I I I I mean, I couldn't see it. I was blind, because at that time I never thought that I have this hoarding problem, until I realized that yes, I do have this hoarding problem. So I have to come to terms with it. And my Declutter Divas, they're so sweet. They took me through step by step by step by step. So I had no problem. And it took, like I said, it took a span of nearly 9 to 10 years to do it. But the last straw was when I had to move to another part of United Kingdom to be with my husband, because after we got married, we never stayed together for a couple of months. Well, no more than a couple of months, more like 10 months like that. And guess what? The last phase of my move, I had to decide what are the things I want to keep. So my Declutter Divas came and helped me to do that. And they did. And I brought whatever I felt that I need. So I brought it to our present home now. But you know what? Jim and I, we're still decluttering our things, because he had boxes of stuff. I have boxes of stuff. And we recently, before I came to Singapore, we got rid of 60 boxes. We decided what we want, what we don't want. But of course, some of the 60 boxes are usually most of them, like maybe 25 boxes are all my kitchen stuff, because I love to cook. So I've got my appliances, I got this, I've got that. And of course, there are a lot of things that I have to get rid of, because we can't have two loads of furniture from his lot and my lot. I can't have 2 dining tables. I can't have 2 washing machines, 2 hot pot, two washer dryer. So what I did, I put it on Trash Nothing and gave to people. And people said, Khim Sim, why are you giving things to people? Why don't you sell them? I said, darling, I don't have time. I've only got 2 months to get rid of all these things and to join my husband. in another part of England. So I did that. And I tell you, I never felt so much lighter and happier. And now whatever I've got is all the things I have. And I said to my husband, I said, it doesn't matter what we do, it's that we do it slowly, because he's got lots of things to get rid of as well, you know. So I respect him for what he wants to
Right.
keep. I respect him. So in return,
Yeah.
he respect me for what I want to keep. But of course, if I've got, I used to have like 5 wardrobes of clothes, Mike. Five, not one, five. Because I used to be a teacher, and then as a teacher, you know, you just have to look presentable. You know, you don't just look drag. You know what I mean? So I did that, and he just couldn't believe that I've got 5 wardrobes of clothes. What do I need to do? Get rid of them.
Right.
So I sent it to
Right.
Trash Nothing. So there you go. I tell you, it's really exciting. Even till today, I'm still so excited because I left some of my clothes here at my mom's. And when I came, I looked at it and I said, no, don't need them. So I put them in the bag and I'm giving them to my friends. Because in Singapore, it's a different mindset. The charity shops are not as common here in Singapore. Because in Singapore, a lot of people may be suspicious, or not superstitious, that they do not want to wear, you know, someone's clothes. They're superstitious. And whereas in UK, we just go into a charity shop. When I first came to UK, I went to a charity shop and bought myself a coat because I didn't want to go and buy a nice coat, which is so expensive, isn't it? So there you go. I tell you, even
Yeah.
telling this story makes me, when
So
I
let me
talk
ask you
about
this.
it.
Let me ask you. So let's talk about real quick about you actually making an appearance on the TV show Hoarders. Can you explain to everybody how that happened, what the experience was like to be on a TV show? Because I mean, and before you answer, did you watch that TV show before you were on it?
Yes, of course, of course. That is how I knew the Declutter Divas, because they were on the TV show, a different TV show, but it's also about hoarders, and they were helping people to declutter and to change the whole house. I mean, literally make over kind of view. And when I watched them, I thought, okay, these are the people I really need help. So my very first decision, when I decided to start wanting to declutter, I contacted them. I mean, they are quite expensive, but they are good. I tell you, they are good because the way they adopt their way of helping a hoarder to declutter is amazing. There are so many other hoarding programs I've seen, but some of the approach that they did with the other professional, I didn't like the way they approached it. It's a bit like pushy. They don't understand hoarders. They don't understand me, you know. And it took me a while, like at least the fourth visits from the Declutter Divas, that I actually felt that I'm ready to actually do the whole lot. Because I remember there's a second visit that I wasn't prepared to throw things away. So they're very good. What they normally do is they'll give me a big box and they'll put all the items in there, like all the jewelry. They put all that in the jewelry box, yeah. And then they'll say, okay, here are the things. Choose all your favorite jewelry, okay. But if I said no, I can't, then they say, okay, fine. We put all these jewelry box into this big box, and they will label their jewelry, okay. So once I have those things in there, I know that at one point in my life, I will really have to sort them out, which I did. Okay, how I got into this program. Declutter Divas, they are the ones who recommended me. They told them that, oh, we know someone who you probably be interested. The fact is that she decluttered the stuff right now with us. But the best bit is that while she's decluttering, she's actually found love during the process. So that is why my story subtitle is How Khim Moved from Mayhem to Minimalism and Found Love. So that was the thing, the found love that 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 the the production company was very interested to listen to my story. So I did, and it was really a great experience because I've not been in a program. And you know, this program, Mike, is going to be broadcast nationally. My story is going to be told in the whole of UK. And people who have known me will say, wow, Khim Sim, a hoarder? No way. So there you go. And I went through this 3 days. It only took them 3 days to film my show. My story, but it was a very great experience because no script, no nothing, just ask you questions and tell it how it is. And I can tell you, the questions they ask you, it's not 1 page, it's not 2 pages, it's not 3 pages. It's like a lot of pages. It went on and on and on. I thought to myself, when is this ever going to last? But you know,
well, they were digging deep to the cause of why you were and why you were doing what you were doing.
Yes, that's
right.
right.
Because you don't need 50 straw. You don't need 50 straws.
That's right. Correct. But you see,
or you don't need 3 printers.
No.
Right? You don't need 3 printers either. What was your number one thing that you love to hoard the most? Like, what was the one thing, like, you're like, I gotta get more of that? What was the one thing?
Retail shopping, clothes. That's why,
oh, you like to go shopping.
That's why I said I've got five to 6 wardrobes. I even took over my children's wardrobes.
Well, I mean, you know, it's like you're shopping and you see a deal or something, you like it.
Right. That's right. Correct.
But you know Steve Jobs, you know, I think he only had one shirt. Like, he wore one color. He had one shirt that he wore, and he was the epitome of minimalism, because he would always say that he doesn't have time to think about what he has to wear, the clothes. So that's why he always wore that same shirt. Isn't that crazy?
Yes, it is. It is very crazy. But you see, but everything only came, everything only started. Everything only started when I decided that it's time that I come out of this hoarding lifestyle, because I came to a point where I just couldn't find things, and I got so angry with myself. Where are my keys? Where's this? Where's that? And I just got so angry with myself that I thought, I think it's high time that I change. So I did. So there you go. And that's how my book got born. So I'm feeling much lighter now. I'm feeling better now. I'm feeling happier now, because I'm much lighter and I don't have to worry about all my boxes, isn't it? Because now I just know where to find my things and I don't have to worry anymore. So yeah, I don't know what's happening here. That's better. Yeah. So Mike, I love it because I love my story. I want to tell people I'm not embarrassed anymore, because I realize I'm not the only hoarders in this world. When I look at some of the hoarders program, they are worse than mine. It's like you can't even get through the door. Mine isn't, because at the time when I started my decluttering journey, my ex was still staying with me. We were separated for many, many years before we decided, to proceed the divorce, because for some other reasons, but I don't really want to say, but this is how it all, the hoarding got worse is because, I was very hurt, and I was, I just felt that it got worse, and I went shopping more, and I bought more things, and that was it. There you go. Yeah. And then it just grew and grew and grew and grew until I don't have enough space for anything else.
Well, I think that a lot of people suffer from stuff that, not just necessarily collecting clutter or being hoarders, but this, for the same reason that you were hoarding, is for the same reason that people do other stuff, right? Like to fill that void, right? Because you knew that there was pain that you weren't dealing with, and it made you feel better to go shopping. It is what it is, right?
That's right.
You identified that, and then you changed. I guess seems to me like you've changed your perception. And how ironic is it that out of all of the people in the world, a minimalist falls in love with you and accepts you for who you are. I mean, like, you can't even make that stuff up, right? If you think about it.
No, definitely not. Because when yeah, I know. I'm just blessed because the funny thing, you want to tell us, I tell you a bit about our so-called love story. I mean, we met each other on the internet, right? And I was in Singapore and he was in UK, but it's no problem. Internet, you just talk to each other, right? So we talked to each other for a few months, and then after which I went back home and I went back home and then he met me and we got on quite well. We talked about things and he didn't know anything about my hoarding. Okay, I was still doing my work. I'm still a supply teacher. I still look presentable, blah blah blah. And then one day I said, I need to tell you about something. I told him everything. I told him my book because I was writing my book at the time. So he read my chapter 1, chapter 2, and blah blah blah. And then he said, "Oh, okay, fine, no problem." So I said, "No problem." He said, "No." He said, "I used to live in a big house and I used to have loads of stuff, and I collected loads of stuff, and I got to get rid of it from a 4-bedroom house. He's going into a 1-bedroom place because yeah." So I knew straight away that he was the right man because I'll just go into a bit of personal stories because he lost his wife, his late wife, to cancer, and they've been married for 42 years. So when I heard all about history, it just go ding ding. This man is to keep. You know what I mean? To keep, because he's got a good history. He was with this woman for 42 years, and because of his illness, so I knew that that I and of course I fell in love with him, and that's history. And then when he heard about my hoarding, and he was in the program as well. He was in the program helping me to get the room ready, to get set up the bed and all that, and you know and then now I moved in with him, and we're doing together all the boxes and getting rid of the boxes. And when I decided that I'm going to get rid of all the boxes in the kitchen before I leave for Singapore, in order to have a nice clear mind that at least he's not living amongst all those 50, 60 boxes, and by the time I cleared all
Yeah.
my kitchen stuff out, because I just love to cook and I just love all my appliances. And I knew he didn't have many stuff in the kitchen because he's not one person who cooks. He admitted it. So there you go. And I love cooking now because he enjoys my cooking. So I just try different things, and that's great. And he so I'm really blessed. I'm really blessed to have met Jim.
Sounds like it.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
he's
blessed that I
really
met you too.
amazing.
I'd love to hear your story. This is amazing. I wanted to share it. It was a really cool story. That's why I wanted you to. I'm glad that you
Thank
went through
you
the
so
video
much.
challenge. And so let's talk about what's next for you. You went through our Live Masters 7-day video interview challenge. This is the interview part, and it was amazing having you in there doing your videos. So what's next for you? You have your book written. You're going to continue? I'm assuming to get your message out there and get involved in communities and keep doing videos, or what's your next step? What do you want to do from here?
Well, my next steps really is to do more videos and in order to develop more confidence in facing face to face with the camera. And with your life challenge, it has helped me. And yeah, and what I like to do now that many people have bought my book, and I've been through a lot of Zoom meetings with people in Malaysia and UK, and they all know about my book because I'm in a mentorship group. My mentor is also helping me, and
Mhm.
all the people in the same mentorship group bought my book, and they had an hour bonus 60 minutes with me to talk about hoarding. It's not so much their problem, but maybe a relative. So
Mm.
so I said, okay, you get your relative to call me and I'll speak through with them. And I hope to establish this business eventually. And I got one customer, only one client so far, because I only just started and I just settled in with my husband. So Jim and I are together doing this decluttering. So we've started on one home, and we are in the process of doing it. So yeah, it's great because but we only went there for 7 days, and I realized that you want to declutter a big house, it will take not only 7 days, it probably take you a year. Well, it took me or more, because it took me 9 years, 10 years. So there you go, you know.
Yeah,
But
right.
you know, so it will take. You probably have to go through each room at a time, you know. But if a
Yeah,
person is not ready to get rid of it, you can't you just have to give them more support, you know,
right.
psychologically support. I think that's
Exactly.
how I need to do right now. But of course, I'm trying to reach out, and I'll be having more Zoom meetings with various friends in Singapore, Malaysia, and yeah, a lot of them ask me, "How can you be a hoarder?" And then when I showed them the video, I sent to my friends a video before I start a Zoom meeting, and then when I have a Zoom meeting, I literally show them the video, so they
Mm.
know the true Khim Sim, what I was before and what I hope to achieve in the future. Because what I feel I need to do is first to change their mindset. If you can't change their
Right.
mindset, you can't get anywhere.
Exactly. Exactly.
You see?
Well, listen,
So I guess
it's
this
been
is
yeah, yeah, no, it all starts with the mindset, like we were talking about a couple of minutes ago. You know, it was the reasons why you were doing it, and you were doing it to fill a void because you were hurting from the pain of some relationships and stuff like that, or whatever relationship. You know,
mm,
that's kind of we all deal with things differently, right? So
that's right. That's
it,
right. So I'm really happy, and and Mike, you gave me the. I mean, when I heard about the Life Masters, I said, okay, I'll do it. I was very shy. I couldn't because I'm not, I oh yeah, it was just a new experience for me, you know.
yeah,
And the thing I found that, like, even like now talking to you, I have no script, I've got nothing. I just talk because it's my experience. It's something that comes within my heart and my soul. It's me. It's me. Nobody has my
exactly,
experience except me.
exactly, exactly,
You
and
know.
that's why I'm passionate about Live Masters because I talk about my story and my journey, and I share it because I know there's other people out there that have struggled with the exact same thing that I've struggled with, and the way that I've figured out how to do it is by doing these videos. And you know,
Yes, correct.
you figured out how to not be a hoarder anymore, and now you feel so good. It's just a natural thing to want to give back, right? And so you're
That's
gonna
right.
do you're gonna do really well with this
Thank
because
you.
you've been through it, and you can relate to people, right? It's like hard
That's
for
right.
it's hard to help somebody if you can't really relate to that person, if you haven't actually been through it, right? And so there's
Correct.
no other expert or no other person that you can lean to or turn to for advice and information other than a person that's already been through it and figured it out like you. So,
That's
and we're
right. So correct. Thank you,
yeah.
Mike. So
Okay,
I'm so
well, I'm gonna
excited, you know.
I'm excited too. So everybody make sure if you're interested in ordering her book, I put the website declutteryourmesstoday.com right there on the chat there. It's in the chat. And then
Amazon. Yeah.
yeah, oh, so that'll take you to your website and you can purchase it, or you can purchase it on Amazon. You
Yeah,
should go,
purchase it on Amazon.
yeah, but check out her website too, because I checked
Yeah,
it out.
check on my website. Yes.
There's more information about her there too. So yeah, I will we'll take thank you guys for watching today. Stay tuned for more. If anybody's interested in taking the Live Master 7-day video interview challenge, make sure you reach out to us and let us know. We'll be more than happy to help you out at that. But thanks again for watching. We'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye,
Thank
everybody.
you.